Back again with another match reaction. Chelsea versus Arsenal. And we see the scoreline already, 1-1. And we know who are the biggest loser in this. It has to be Arsenal for the fact say Chelsea go down to 10 men. And, we actually had the advantage. However, and at the end of the world, me hear some people talk about Arsenal start to battle the league already, whatever. Bro, we're unbeaten in 17 games. How is it that we go battle the league if we're not losing? In order to battle the league, we have to lose. If every game we play from now up until the 38 games, if we not lose another game there's no battle in the league. It's impossible. But either ways, besides that, it was a tough game in midfield. It was a tough game for the defender them. The physicality all around was it was good for watch. It was a good watch for the people who are hate, for the people who want Arsenal lose, for the people who want Chelsea lose. For the neutrals, it was a good game for the neutrals. But I just a situation in which Arsenal never take full advantage. We make the right subs. We do everything. I feel like we do everything that was necessary for win the game. However, it ended in a 1-1 draw, and you can't really complain, but you can say we take up a foot off of the gas. We can definitely say that. We can say we never do enough in order to win that game. But it's not a matter of we never had enough or whatever. At the end of the day, we have to look upon the fact say we play with two best centre back them. We play with backup centre backs today, which is fine because obviously both of them have qualities. But the amount of cards what this referee give and kind of mess up the game, it's ridiculous. And Chelsea fans are gonna say the Caicedo red card wasn't a red card, but it's obvious, brother. You step over the ball and you get the player, and it was dangerous. So it is definitely a red card. So we never really get to see the Declan Rice Caicedo battle today, which is fine. But me feel like the Arsenal are the biggest losers out of this, and it is what it is. It's a sore one for Tech. It's a sore one for Tech because we know we're supposed to win these games, but a point is not the end of the world. But it still sucks a lot. It still sucks. It still really sucks. I'm not gonna lie. But we can start from the back line. When it come on to match ratings, Raya was good earlier today. Somebody in the group did I say? Somebody in the FPL group did I say? Oh, Raya don't make important saves. Him no good. Blah blah blah. Improved today again. Say without him, we probably would have conceded more than one goal today. Honestly, so. Raya had a good game. Would I give him 8 out of 10? Because obviously we conceded a goal. Right back, Timber did a good job. However, everything was off balance today, which I understand because once one person at the back line changed, then there's a shift in everything. The understanding changed, everything basically changed. So that's alright. Mudagi Timber, probably like a 7.5 out of 10, just because him do well, him defend well, him try to get forward well. But it just never enough today to get over the line, which is fine. Mascara. Not just only Mascara, but Nkapie, we made some mistakes today. We never cleared the ball well, and it allowed chances to come at us, which was never the case. Which wouldn't be the case, obviously, if we two centre back them that play. But there's no excuses. There's no excuses for the fact say we not come out with 3 points today. For the mere fact, say Chelsea did down to 10 men. Like at that point in time, I don't know, man, you busy. You have to get 3 points if you are trying to win the league from a team with down 10 men. Them not supposed to even score first, much as second. So that I'm gonna tell you, I want a sore one for Tech, but we don't want panic because at the end of the day, I think we're still 9 points above Liverpool, 5 points above Man City, and 6 points above Chelsea. So at the end of the day, we still lead the league by substantial amount of points. But we know this a league. We lose the league. We did up 8 points already in the 2022 race, and we still come back for final with Butley. So I can understand where the jeer come from, where the fun, where the outside people come from. I say we go Butley, rare. But these are the games where we have to show character after it. So we had a draw today. but we play Brentford midweek at home, so we just need to get the 3 points, get everything back level out, and just not hope say the rivals them lose, but just hope for the other team get a result from them, basically. So Musquera did make a couple mistakes today, but overall performance it did good. He managed to keep Delap under the wraps. We did do well with Joao Pedro, but Joao Pedro was really menacing today, so we have to give him credit for that. Him did put pressure upon my centre backs him today. Him did put pressure upon my defence. So you have to give credit where credit due. Nkapie, it was a decent game, read the game well, but he make one mistake where Joao Pedro could have easily get a goal off. But the goal no score, so I have to move on and just clap and just move on. As I say, if one centre back come out of the team, it already throw off the balance. So imagine if two gone, the two main centre back them gone, it will always be a stretch. But as I say, we never play a bad game. It wasn't a bad game from Chelsea or Arsenal. It was more of a balanced game where both teams want to win. I mean, a first and a second, you can't expect no better than that. But I just feel like Chelsea show more desire today. Chelsea show more will. Chelsea show more passion, and that's not something what I associate Arsenal with in terms of like them not showing passion, them not wanting to win. Today it seemed like a little bit of drop off, but as I say, I just a bit of both things, just getting a little bit comfortable once them concede the red card, and thinking say it gonna be an easy game after that, and then conceding the goal. Once you concede the first goal, it gonna always be an uphill battle, no matter if a 10 man them a play with. So it is what it is. But Nkapie overall was today, alright. Moderate Mascara probably a 7 out of 10. And moderate Nkapie the same. Them concede a goal, so you cannot rate them 10 out of 10 if them concede a goal. When they come on to the left back position, Calafiori, bro, we Mascara had a yellow card, Nkapie had a yellow card, and Calafiori had a yellow card. And we feel like that's one of the things them will actually affect us in the game also, like bringing on Luis Kelly for Calafiori because of the yellow card, which me totally understand, and you have to make that decision because we cannot have 3 our backline. We can't have 3 out of 4 at the backline a play upon a yellow card. Somehow, some way we all get a red card. And you see how Anthony Taylor manage the game not very well. Him allow a lot of things to play what should he play. Him fling on a lot of yellow card. So it's like if we keep up with that, we would end up get a red card. So we had to take Zubimendi out of the game early as well because of the yellow card. So it was a lot today, but it was good football. So the neutrals can't say hey, them never enjoyed the game. It was a good football game, and for the neutrals them, I'm pretty sure say them accept the fact say it draw, and them good with that. Them great with that. That good for them. But in a central midfield now, in the pivot we had Rice and we had Zubimendi. With a rate Calafiori performance, probably a 7 out of 10 also, because him never bad. Them never did get around him, but them did get at him. Them never did get around him, but them did get at him, which is fine because you have Estevao, you have Pedro Neto, you have Joao Pedro up front. 3 people we like to run. So we did expect that. We did expect that side of the game, and that's totally fine. Some of the rate film game 7 out of 10. Declan Rice 9 out of 10. Let me start right there. 9 out of 10. He was the one that looked like him did want to win. Me not lie. Him did look like say him did want to win as usual. But besides that, I feel like him do what him could do. Him help the team a lot, especially Zubimendi come off. Of course, him will carry the responsibility of playing the only D-mid in the team. Normally it'll be a Zubimendi Rice pivot. When Zubimendi come on, him have to take up most of the defensive responsibilities. Mainly because obviously we are pushing the win. And that's one thing too. We have to give Arthur credit because him never covered today. Him put on the attacking subs. We never go there for a draw. And that is good. I respect that. That means that we are get better at that. We are get better at not being cowards. So that's totally fine. But Declan Rice overall, good performance, good tackles in there, a good midfield battle between him and Reece James. But besides that, him play a good game, but Reece James play a better game in a midfield today. I'm not gonna lie, I have to touch that. Reece James outplayed my midfield today. And it sucks to say that, but we are going to have games like that where the physicality I go more than our team, which that's not something I really want, but it is what it is. We have to get used to that, and we have to find a way to play around that. We can't have strengths everywhere in every game. That would mean say we are a super team. So I go have spots where we break down and we are gonna have games where a little bit harder, but that's fine. Zubimendi, Mudari Zubimendi 6 out of 10. Him pick up an early yellow card, so he never get failed throughout the game. Which me think if we have Zubimendi on the pitch for the 90 minutes, we'd have probably get a win because we have more people to break apart Chelsea. But yeah, and then Trossard today was a huge miss. Martinelli today never really give away what we think would get with the speed in behind Chelsea defense. Martinelli game was, oh my God. Sometimes seeing Martinelli start is kind of frustrating because you see the type of performance when give off the bench, and you'll be like, why you can't give that same effort when you start the game and try to solidify your spot while Trossard out. No, the next game if Trossard fit, you don't have to ask who start. You never play well enough to solidify your spot, right? So I'm gonna give Martinelli a 5 out of 10. Not because he do not wrong, but because he get the start when being a weight pan and never make use of it. So me give him a 5 out of 10. Sorry. Eze had not a poor game because early in the game and kind of get the passes them together. Him provide a chance for Saka, but you know we get outnumbered in a midfield today. You know, they had more physicality in the midfield today, and that is something we don't do well with at all. We see how Newcastle kind of bully we when they come out to the midfield play, and we see how Chelsea kind of bully we today when they come out to the midfield play. But we had Rice, and Rice are the most physical in the team, and him have to do the most of the work, which is fine. But you know, we get outplayed in the midfield today. We can't tell you that much. That did suck. That did suck for watch. We are get outplayed in the midfield. Merino 8.5 out of 10, mainly because him score, him did get passes to them together, him did link up, him did do well, and him drop back in the midfield and him do well in the midfield also. But there's not much to say about Merino. Obviously, our midfielder will start a striker and him get another goal. That I think at 10 goals that for the season already in all competitions, which is fantastic by the way, and it'll go hard for kind of throw back Gyökeres in the mix right now. But I don't know. Me like the headache we have, but me very, very down about the fact that we never get 3 points today. And it's so funny because people say, but me I say we standard so high right now, that's when we draw, it look like a lose-lose. We get 1 point, we still lead the league by a substantial amount of points, and it still feel like a lose-lose. That means it club grow, and they might expect more from it, which is fine. That is totally fine. Right wing, we had Saka. Saka was getting at Cucurella for most part of the game. Him deliver assists. You know, another good game from Saka. Vintage performance from Saka when we need him. Yeah, there's really not much to say about the players them. It was a really balanced game between the Chelsea and Arsenal players them. It shouldn't have been because of them red card, but that's how it go most time. That's how it goes sometimes, and you know we really can't knock it. But overall, we can't panic. I said it already when we draw versus Sunderland. We cannot panic. We still only lose 1 game all season, so that means that nobody can above it because you know obviously people lose more. But obviously, as a fan, you want to see the most. You want to get the most out of the result. But it is what it is. But yeah, Mikel Arteta, him never covered today, and that's my biggest takeaway today. The fact that him never covered and just take a fair draw. So can just applaud them. Not a good game from the lads, but we now go point fingers and we now go start panic. No, we're not going to do that. But don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And we are going live tonight. We are going live at 8 p.m. tonight. So make sure it's on the day. We are going live tonight. So just make sure it's on the day.